We live a pay and a day.
We are going to be going through all the cards that I have lost on eBay. What is up, guys? We are going to be doing a break from all of my PSA mail days, and instead we're going to be doing a review over all the cards that I have been getting outbid on. Really want to go through thoughts on the market, why I lost, and then what are my thoughts on the market as it pertains to why I lost. As we go through here, first card up, this is August 24th, today, the day that I'm filming this in beautiful Panhandle, Florida, baby. It's a beautiful family vacation out here. Hopefully you can hear the beautiful waves roaring. All right, first card, we have got a Victor Wembanyama scope. I ended up bidding $121, went for $132. Upper Deck Allure Yellow Taxi, that went for $151. I bid $121. Caitlin Clark autographs, these have now crept up, $811. I bid $721. These are about $250 more than what I was buying them a couple of months ago. Caitlin Clark continues to be just a hot commodity. I did not anticipate that her demand was going to continue to accelerate, but what we're seeing is a lot of her supply is starting to dry up. There's not enough product on the market. Licensed WNBA is not out. Caitlin Clark transcends her early first month statistics, and actually she's been playing phenomenally well in the last month or so of basketball. So again, she continues to perform very, very well. Connor Bedard, 143, I bid 141. This is a red rainbow. All of these, the intent is I'm buying these cards to grade. So all of these cards went above my price range, and whenever we start getting into the victors, I'm going to talk a little bit about what it means for the person who is buying that card. This is a Color Flow Allure number 50, went way, way, way. I didn't know really how to price that card, so I went way what I thought I was going to go for. Confetti, that one went way above what I thought I was going to go for. Here's one. This is a card that sold the day after Ohtani goes 40-40. Walk-off Grand Slam. Raw card goes for $346. PSA 10s are in the $600-700 range, give or take. So the card looks very well centered. Who knows if there's anything else wrong with the card, but that's just hard to gauge, right? I'm probably going to lose that on auction. It's going to go for a little bit more than what I would hope. This is an interesting card. Now we're getting into some cards that are a little bit more interesting. So Red Cracked Ice, this is a mezzanine. I sold one of these cards for around 180 to 200 in PSA 10. You can see raw cards are now creeping up into the 118.50. I bid 116. There's essentially no meat on the bone whenever you grade these. So assuming that your gem rate is 60-40, 70-30, I mean, you're squeezing out a tiny margin. And to me, it's just not worth it anymore. Whenever I was buying a lot of these Victor Wembanyamas early, there was no PSA 10 comps. They now have comps to base their pricing off of. And as a result, we are seeing depression in PSA 10 prices, as we would naturally see. The first sale is very high, starts to go down over time. Supply and demand. We're now seeing increases in some instances for a lot of the select raw cards. Much of the raw card market is driven by the possibility and the speculation that a card can grade a specific grade. In the instance of a brand new 2023 release like 2023 Select, it is the anticipation that there's going to be a PSA 10. So there's speculation in the buying to get a PSA 10. And we're seeing that speculation drive up raw card prices, and we're seeing squeezing of margins. So it's to the point now, I would have anticipated or would have liked to have seen raw card prices decrease alongside the PSA 10 prices. We're not seeing that at all. All right, Marvels, Paul Skeens. Like to get some cheap skinny weenies. $12 here, guess I got outbid. Red Cracked Ice, again, getting outbid on these. Again, that may be a $140 card. I mean, by the time you get it graded, I mean, we're squeezing out a very small profit, assuming that you're getting PSA 10s. Now, granted, you all saw my PSA releases and orders. I'm crushing it right now whenever it comes to grading a lot of brand new product. Select is very clean. But with that, we're going to see very squeezed and condensed margins. And I think that the window on Select may be closing if it's not already closed. I was very, very, very upset to miss out on this Caitlin Clark. It is crazy. I was buying these for $35 to $40 a pop. And now these cards are up to $82 for clean centered copies. I won one earlier. It's a little bit off-centered, although the PSA is giving me gem mint grades on that card. But this one was much better centered, and it went for $82. Crazy. Lamine Yamal, This is going for about double what this card goes for. It's very clean, very well centered. PSA 10s are in the 150 range. Yes, there's probably a lot of meat on the bone here, but you're also having to factor in what a PSA 9 would go for in the event that you gamble and you lose. So this is double what the card usually goes for, at least in the past couple weeks. So I don't know. Whoever's doing that, they have to get a PSA 10. They probably will. Silver disco. These silver discos are very, very rare. I sold a PSA 10 of this in the 475 range, but I've been buying raws in the 200 to 220, maybe some a little bit less than 200. This is an exact example of what I've talked about, where the raw card prices are now going up to the point where the PSA 10 comps are. So again, much of the aggregate demand for raw cards is driven by the speculation to get a PSA 10. We're seeing this play out here in a card that is going for roughly $60, $80, $100 more than what I was paying for it a month ago, while we're seeing PSA 10 prices in aggregate decrease. 2022 Topps Finest Bobby Witt been getting really out. Dude, Bobby Witt Jr., he reminds me, I hate to say this, he reminds me of Mike Trout in 2012. You just got that feeling. I mean, last year, 30 home runs, 49 stolen bases. His average was a little bit depressed, but that stat line looked very similar to 2012 Mike Trout. This year, this looks like, what was it, the 1997 A-Rod year where he batted 350 plus, if not better. Bobby Witt Jr.'s year this year, if it were not for Aaron Judge and if it were not for Shohei Ohtani, I mean, he is reminding me of Albert Pujols whenever Barry Bonds overshadowed him. He is putting up a phenomenal year, already with a WAR of 8.5, and we basically have a quarter of a season to go. It is insane, the year that he is having. Eric, those back pages, been trying. Trust me, I've got a lot of Bobbies coming. The Bobbies, they're on the way. You're going to see in the mail day soon. There's plenty of Bobbies. Next, we've got 2023 Victor Wembanyama Orange Ice. Got a lot of PSA 10s of this, but the centered copies for this card are going well. Again, $413 for a clean centered copy. I paid $376, which is way above what these cards go for if it is not centered. Again, you're seeing centering, you're seeing the speculation for really clean cards go drive these prices up. We got a hollow CJ Stroud 213. I paid offered 211, got outbid. Purple Shock 79, got outbid, paid 76. A My House Purple went for 30. I ended up getting outbid for 26. This is a card that's probably going to be $80, $90 PSA 10. It may drop down to 60 or 70. I don't really feel confident buying a lot of these with the speculation or the potential that this card drops to 60, 75 bucks. After fees, you're not making anything. I mean, it's kind of like a waste of time a little bit. So it really depends on how that market holds up, and this is very much so type of a commodity type card. I don't really want to go that high. As PSA prices are compressing, raw card prices need to compress in order for me to feel confident and want to keep bidding. A lot of people here are really compressing these margins and by bidding up the raw card as PSA 10 prices are coming down. All right, another Marvel's got a bid there. I've got a bunch of these Marvels. Some I win and some I lose, etc. This one, I was a little bit disappointed I got outbid on this. 95 Topps World Class MJ. This is a very low pop PSA 10 card. Even PSA 9s are somewhat low pop. This is a card that's very much so off-centered. If you look at some of the raw cards that have sold, this is around $200, maybe a little bit less. This one went $272, I bid $241, which is way over what the card would normally go for. Again, I don't want to pay a crazy above raw premium. I will pay a premium for what I think are going to be clean cards. I do not want to give away all that premium raw and not get a premium on a PSA 9 or a 10. I'm not anticipating a 10 on a card like that, but it's very disappointing that those cards are going that high. But whenever I'm saying all what I've said for the past couple of cards, this is a point that I really want to drive home. The market is hot right now. I mean, anybody out there who is saying, I said this in my national recap video, the sports card market is hot. There is no shortage of money getting thrown around for cards. If it is a hot card, if it is somebody that somebody wants, if it is a hot player who is playing well, if if it's Aaron Judge, if it's Caitlin Clark, if it's Shohei Ohtani, if it's Bobby Witt Jr., if it's Victor Wembanyama, I mean, as we get into football, if it's C.J. Stroud, if it's Patty Cakes is always going to sell. Well, I mean, Patty Cakes, always going to sell. Any of these guys right now, in fuego. People are shelling out money left and right. Doesn't matter if it's a show, doesn't matter if it's on eBay. The market right now, I've seen nothing like it, man. I don't want to say it's COVID, but I mean, there's a more intelligent buyer pool out there, but money, there's a lot of money exchanging hands right now, which is, I mean, it's a great thing, great time to be in the hobby right now. All right, Elvin Hayes, 43. Again, I've got a little thing I'm going to be doing with cards like this. You'll see. You'll just see. All right, I got outbid on some of these cards. We'll see. All right, we're not even, I mean, that's like 1 day, 1 or 2 days. All right, we're back to August 22nd now. All right, got outbid on all these cool little tidbits. You'll see. Caitlin Clark, 43. I was paying $20 for this card 2 months ago. PSA 10s were 100. We're up to 43. I don't know what PSA 10s are at now. I was assuming still 100, but I mean, again, if PSA 10s are 100, right now the special is $15 to get it graded. Compressing margins, compressing. I think PSA 10s are a little bit higher than 100, but X-Fractor. You do not see these X-Fractors pop up at all, and every time I see one, I want it. I want the card. It enrages me whenever I lose a card like this, because you cannot, it takes months for another one to come up from a seller that you trust. Like, it just enrages me. All right, Caitlin Clark, $41.99. Dan the man. Look, I'm just saying, just wait. Whenever we have some of these that we've won, I've won a couple, just wait. All right, got outbid on this one though. PSA 8, 10 autograph, 686. I bid 676. Last couple were in the low 700s. I know that wasn't a very, very competitive bid, but it is what it is. All right, Bowman's Best, Caitlin Clark, Hardwood Warriors, 33. Sharp. Again, I got outbid on all these. Very disappointing day. Very disappointing day. Did not anticipate that. Robert Calles, this guy. Again, don't want to share my secrets, but I mean, doing pretty good. Caitlin Clark, refractor. This was not labeled a refractor, and it doesn't matter because the market found it and bid it up to $52.50, which I think is higher than what the other refractors. This is a second-year refractor card. It's like, oh, nobody's going to notice it's a refractor. Nope, they noticed. Caitlin Clark, sharpshooter, $34.99. Outbid on all of them. All of them. Very annoying. I didn't bid competitively on this. I think I just threw a bid on it just to watch it. These are very hard to grade, so I'm not very... I don't want to overbid on a Topps Finest Ohtani. These cards are scratched to hell. I mean, they're just not clean. Jerry Rice, got outbid on my Jerry. Dang. Victor Premier, Blue Cracked Ice, 67. These are cool cards. I've not bought any of these yet, but Victor Wembanyama, EuroLeague. This is a Mojo Prism number 25. I mean, it's a Victor Euro. I mean, it says rookie. I don't know. Rookie, EuroLeague, whatever, for $225, and the gold prism down here, $336. I know it's an insert, but I mean, that seems cheap. It seems very, very cheap. All right, I'm glad I got outbid on this Caitlin Clark, because apparently these VIPs do not grade well at all. I just checked the pop reports. They're horrible. I got a couple Victors coming in, so I'm probably going to be down on them, which sucks. Dude, these Enfuegos, again, I've got some of the PSA 10s listed for $129. I do not want to pay $43, $15 to get it graded, and have cards sit at $129 for a PSA 10. The raw card has to come down. I mean, it's got to come down. Or, I mean, eventually it becomes a dead card grading where you can't really do a whole lot with it. And these cards are a little bit more difficult to grade than the regular cards, because the back corners have a little bit more prone to chipping and showing some corner wear. Dude, Aaron Judge, good gosh, man. Talk about somebody who is in fuego. These cards a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, less than 40 bucks. Now I mean, some of them are pushing 80. So 73 on this one, I bid 67. Before I came out on the trip, I did snag, another handful of rookies that are shiny that I'm going to be sending off to get graded. It's probably the last batch of good deals I'm going to get for the year on him. And his market, Ohtani's market, so predictable. I mean, it's like ripples of the ocean, the attention span of collectors. They just oscillate predictably. It is predictable. The wave pattern out there, predictable. Every single year, Aaron Judge, gonna have a great year. He's going to have a great year this time of the year. He's going to be in fuego. He's going to be flirting with 60 home runs. Ohtani's going to be doing something nobody's ever done. Nobody's done since Babe Ruth. Nobody's going to care about their cards whenever football season comes. So you can just buy them cheap. And then baseball season comes and they do something just crazy. All right, Paul Skeens, Diamond Marvels, 11. Again, I got outbid on some of these skinny weenies. All right, that's 2 pages. How long are we going to go on this? Depends on how long y'all are going to put up with me. White Cracked Ice, GG, 291. Not a lot of meat on the bone. I mean, a PSA 10 sold for $5.50. Plus, you got to get it graded. And PSA is more than likely going to upcharge you now. They are upcharging me like a hawk. If it crosses the threshold by a penny, I'm getting upcharged. Aaron Judge, Bowman's Best. I won a couple of these. I think that I forgot to increase my max bid. I didn't set a snipe on this, so $29.99. Skeens foil variation, got outbid there. Juan Soto, this is a Beckett authentication services, got outbid there. They got some cool ones coming though, that's okay. Victor, this is a maroon number 175. I did get one of these, just a different level. This is the concourse, got outbid on. Let's see, Ohtani HMT 3241. I mean, the card goes, I mean, this is before 40-40, but I mean, at auction, PSA 10s are going 95, 100. You may be able to squeeze out a buy it now occasionally at 119, 129, which is what I kind of fish for. 7 to me should win that, in my opinion. This is one that I'm surprised I got beat on. If people are now going from Chrome down to the lesser tier brands like an Allen and Ginter, granted the black borders do not come up that often. Whenever you start seeing these things go up, man, everything Judge is selling at that point. It's not just Chrome, it's not just Bowman Chrome, it's not just Topps Chrome. Everything is hot. We got some elephant sightings. I don't care about the elephants. I don't care about the animal kingdom. I mean, I love animals. Animals are great, but I don't really care about them on cards. A lot of people do apparently, so I gotta buy what they want and sell it to them. So got outbid here. I don't really know how to value this. I go based on previous years. Previous years go for about this range. Somebody way overpaid on this card. If they get a PSA 10, they're not gonna have a lot of meat on the bone, period. I don't know, it could be wrong. I did sell a gold ice LeBron for over $1,000 buy it now. Special Forces Connor, Paul Skeens Sapphire, green sapphire. I think that I sold either a green sapphire or a green mega PSA 10 for like $270. Again, it's way too much for a card that I'm gonna have to pay $20 to get graded because this is not a special card. It's not hockey or basketball. So talking $20 to get it graded. By the time you sell it, if you can sell it for $270, wipe out 12% fees. You got to get a 10. If you get a 9, you're underwater pretty significantly. So again, that card is way overbought. Another in Fuego, got outbid on that. Some cool cards. I like these. I love these. These are great. Got outbid on a lot of them. Some select concourse, $77. I bid 76, 73. Meh. Got outbid on all of them. These Bowman Universities, if it is centered or if it looks like it is gradable, it is moving, baby, because PSA 10s are almost 200 bucks. So, I mean, they've really jumped. They were in the 100, 120, then 150, now 200. You might see one pop off even higher than that. Got outbid on some tricolors, $99.50. That one probably does have a little bit more meat on the bone. I actually like that one. It's a little bit more rare of a color compared to some of the other non-numbered ones. Select certified, these things have gotten compressed way down in PSA 10s. Would not surprise me to see these at 60, 75 soon, which means I do not want to pay that much. I would be more comfortable paying 25, 26. 36 was a way overpay for me. So again, margins are compressing. Lamine, Yaml, Lot, those things are getting compressed too. Those things were really hot, but Topps Chrome's really driving those prices down. Some rare parallel from Optic. Topps Finest Judge, this was, gosh, what, 4 or 5 days ago. Now we're starting to see Finest pick up a little bit. These bazookas, man, dang. PSA 10's up to 150-ish now. So it does not surprise me to see that one's starting to pop off. Got outbid on a Luka autograph. Not really a rookie, it's a second year, but it's still for an Upper Deck SP Authentic one, which I think is really, really cool. The card was not in great condition, but I kind of wanted to get it graded. The autograph only, because the autograph looked pretty clean. Got outbid. Did get outbid on a hollow Victor. That's way It's not really expensive. The PSA 10 still show that there's quite a bit of room on these Victors, but you have to be sure that you're getting a 10, because if you get a 9, you're probably going to get beat a lot. So you do not want to overpay. Really, you want to avoid overpaying. But if you see a card that looks very, very clean and you are trying to have a premium added to your bid, you do not want to substantially overpay, because then you have to lock in the PSA 10. Victor, again, these things are getting compressed down. I don't want to overpay on those. So same with all these inserts. All these inserts are getting compressed downwards. This deep space green, there may be some more meat on these, but again, you have to get 10s. Got outbid on a couple of these blue sparkle cracked ice. I did win a couple. I got a blue and I got a green, but again, these apparently don't grade that well, so I may not be doing so well. Got outbid on some Beckett, just regular junk slabs. Got some special project that I'm gonna be doing, so again, we'll talk about it. HMT 40 Judge got outbid here. Again, a lot of these cards I'm winning too, but these are some of the ones I'm getting outbid on. And to me, I'm getting outbid to a greater degree than what I normally do. So, all right, that looks like it finished it up. We've gone 4 pages back. That's only everything in the past 5 days. So I can't really go back a full month here, unfortunately. Do you also see the market behaving this way as well, where you're getting outbid on a lot of items? I'm getting outbid on a lot of items, and especially if it's something that is just recently released and they're starting to be PSA 10 comps. I'm seeing a lot of raw cards going maybe a little bit higher than what I normally would anticipate them going for. So let me know what you all think down below, and we'll see you next time.